guys, I'm back. Still haven't thought of a name, this should just be a running thing now that every week I don't have a name. So anyway, this week I'm gonna talk to you guys about how to talk to other people about anxiety or depression or anything like that, because there's kind of a stigma around it, and like people I've noticed get kind of uncomfortable when I talk about it, especially like if they don't have it. But like it's not something that anybody should be ashamed of having. Like it's a chemical imbalance. You don't have control over if your body makes enough of something necessarily without taking medication or stuff like that. Like it's like you're not gonna get mad at yourself if you have like a stomach thing where you throw up all the time. Like it's part of you. You shouldn't be ashamed to talk about it. So for different people, you're gonna want to talk about different ways. So how to talk to like friends about it. If they don't have it themselves, kind of ease them into it. Maybe don't necessarily go full like every detail about it at first, because they might get a little bit uncomfortable because they don't know what to say. And it's not that they don't care necessarily. Sometimes they're not quite sure what to say to you, and they don't want to make it any worse or anything. So just kind of say that you have it, and make sure like some days are better than others. Make sure they know that, because some people don't understand that some days you can't get out of bed. You just can't function. It's completely normal. So just kind of like say that in like a nice way. And if they give you crap about it, then try explaining it differently. If they still if they just don't care, give you crap about it, you don't need them. So just kind of like ease them into it and kind of tell them like what they can do if there's ever something wrong. They know how to help you. You're not just sitting there crying. They might be able to help. So it's basically just like be honest with them too. Don't lie about it. Just they're your friend. You're supposed to be able to tell them like whatever. So just tell them whatever. I guess just kind of start slow a little bit and kind of work them into it, especially if they don't have it or don't know anyone who does, because it might make them a little bit uncomfortable at first, and like that's understandable. They don't know what it is. They don't have it, and you want to make them kind of be comfortable. You want to make them comfortable with it because you have it. And like so let's like talk about like teachers. I haven't had any problems with this, but like I know that other countries aren't. I was in Thailand and they're not so open to it. But here it's like just again be honest with your teacher, but you have to report certain things. If you can look that up for your school, because I think it does vary school to school a little bit and state to state too, even maybe. So know the rules for like what you can tell them that they don't have to report, because sometimes like you might just say something. It's not necessarily that you might. It doesn't mean that you're gonna necessarily like do anything, or it just might be something that just kind of comes out and you're like shit. So, but they still have to report it. So just make sure that like you know those rules, and have a note from your doctor. That helps too. So if you're like, hey, like I have these issues, but I also have a note from my doctor, they're gonna be much more understanding about it, because they're like they know you're not just yanking their chain. But again, just tell them like if you're having a bad day, like tell them. Send them a quick email and be like, hey, like if I'm having a really off day, like if you call on people in class, can you maybe take it a little bit easy on me today? Or like if you have a presentation, like if sometimes we have like little presentations, and like some days you can't get up in front of people. It's just feel like you look like crap. You just want to cry. Just email them ahead of time and let them know, because they're gonna want to know that something's not right with you. So just literally like, hey, like Professor so and so, like you don't even have to apologize, because like most teachers like tell me that I don't, but like you can if you want to, because I understand sometimes it makes you feel better. Just be like, hey, like I'm having a really bad day with like my anxiety or depression, or like both of them. Like I'm not sure if I can do this today. Like I'm really sorry. Is there any way that I can like make it up or do anything, or like just whatever the case might be? Like offer like a solution, because they're gonna want that too. It just makes you look like you really care about it and stuff like that. So yeah, kind of a brief little thing. Obviously there's more details, but depending on the person, like how you do things might vary a little bit, so keep that in mind too. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.